This isn't a hobby. This is a job, and we're trying to win a championship.
Yes, sir.
This is not a hobby. Treat it as such.
We have guys who are expected to be leaned on in big situations who may be young. We have guys who may be stepping into new roles that are very big roles in our defense. And we have guys who have been here for a long time who we expect to lead and who we expect to continue to play at a high caliber.
It's been 4 years now. We've, people have come and go, and, you're one of the guys now, so you kind of have to step up and, just be a consistent voice.
Play for pride, play for yourselves, play for your family, play for us.
I always say Markus is one of the people that kind of saved my career.
So we got the youth and we got a mixture of it all, and I feel like that's going to be great for our defense because it's going to be able to get out there, the young guys know what they got to do, and we're going to be able to show them and lead them.
I'm learning a lot from the older guys. I remember Dennis, I was standing there one time on the sidelines, he's like, even though you're not in right now, you can still be getting reps.
It's really important that you get the right guys around those rookies because they're so impressionable.
It's fun and we're playing a game, but we're here to win, and it's a business now.
You want young guys to come in and just mimic what the veterans are doing, so work won't be our problem.
It motivates me because I want to go out there and prove that and show them the way at the same time and show them that this is how I got there, this is how I did that, and hopefully you can do it too.
Lock in. This is the last time we're together now for 5 weeks. There are no babysitters for the next 5 weeks.
The expectations in this building are extremely high. They should be. You don't accomplish great things by having small goals. You didn't get here by, slacking off and being lazy. Everybody's good. It's who is willing to go above and beyond. Who is willing as a group, as a collective unit, to go above and beyond what the rest of the league is doing. Everything needs to be amplified.
This is not a hobby. Treat it as such. Everything you do in these next 5 weeks got to be getting ready for the season. Once we come back, it's go time. Come in ready to work because we don't got time to bull once we get back. We're winning a fucking championship, and it takes a championship mindset to do that.
We have guys who are expected to be leaned on in big situations who may be young. We have guys who may be stepping into new roles that are very big roles in our defense. And we have guys who have been here for a long time who we expect to lead and who we expect to continue to play at a high caliber and to take their game to even new levels.
Check in on each other the next 5 weeks. Stay safe and have a little bit of fun too. Let's go. Cards on 3. 1, 2, 3.
So I've been working with Tommy for almost 4 years now, and for me it was another way to do cardio. I think it's really important to be able to think, to move, be agile while you're tired.
I just started this offseason. Dennis brought me as soon as OTAs broke, and I feel like it helps with pass rushing because it's kind of targeting, and we have to be able to see the offensive lineman's hands. I feel like it really translates to the football field.
Being able to work my eyes, hands, my hips, and my feet, to remember combos and do all that while I'm tired, I think is great for my game.
Hard body. That's like 2-minute drill right there. I've been training with Dennis since he came into the league. He was getting ready for the draft and we were working together, and with our trainer Wes as well. So it's a lot of fun. I feel like we push each other every year and we're ready to go.
We're able to talk about each other's game from a place where we're both trying to get each other better as well. I think it's really important who you surround yourself with.
When Dennis has gotten more turns, he's been more productive. So this year, obviously losing Chan, he's going to have more turns. So I'm expecting Dennis to get back to what he did 2 years ago.
And back to The throw, Flacco. Sacked by Gardeck, right in his face, forced to fumble, recovered by...
I'm going into my 9th year, and I've experienced a lot in this league, and I'm relishing on the opportunity to contribute more than I've been able to the past 2 seasons.
DK! Ah! Let's go!
He's been a guy that's been so underrated. You know, when you talk about our outside backer room, he's a guy that we're counting on. He's a veteran guy. He's tough. He's smart. He's also a great leader.
You know, for me, I'm very confident in my own abilities, so I don't mind grabbing a young guy and teaching him everything I know. But when we go out on the field, we're still competing, and we're competing for the same job.
There's going to be some extreme highs and there's going to be some extreme lows over this next year, especially the rookies. Being able to stay consistent comes from not allowing yourself to get too high or too low.
I want to be a person that my teammates and coaching staff can rely on, and my focus is being a star in my role.
It'll be nice to be able to piece that together with the guys that we have in our room. I think everybody's confident that the job's going to get done and excited to get this season started.
Yeah, so it's the busiest time for us right now as we start preparing for the season. What makes this season unique is the fact that we're playing in Mexico City. And we just got back actually from a promotional trip in Mexico City, and we took a player with us. And you couldn't have asked for a better player. We took a longtime Cardinal, Markus Golden.
It was a great experience. I love being able to come around, meet new people, learn new things, and I got to experience a lot today, and that's why I keep saying it. But I really appreciate everyone for letting me come out here and the experience they gave me. Got to taste some real Mexican food out here. Street tacos was so good, was amazing. Overall, I just had a great experience, man, and I love meeting good people, and I met a lot of good people out here.
Mayfield under center, takes the quick snap, 5-step drop, gets hit by Markus Golden and sacked. Man, he smoked him back at the 20.
We have guys that lead in all different ways. Like Junk is one of those guys, he's just a great dude. He's going to go out there, he's going to work his ass off every single day, and he's going to play, and he'll do whatever you ask. You know, you want to run a game, he's going to run a game. You ask him to move to a different side, he'll move whatever. He said, Jay, whatever you need, I got it. And he's the best. I know what I'm going to get every single day from Junk.
I love the game, and I get on the field and I want to play at a high level, and that mindset has helped me be able to play at a high level. And we got a lot of great players. We got Dennis Gardeck, we got DK. You got to give your respect to Chandler Jones, man. He's a great player, and we're going to miss him. That's one of my good friends. But I believe in the guys we got, and we're going to be able to go out there and hunt.
With Chandler not being here, he's going to have more opportunities to rush on base downs, which is where you get most of your sacks. His leadership is obviously contagious. You know, when you watch him play and watch him practice, again, a guy who's not the prototype, always been a guy that's been overlooked, you know, and he sees it that way, and he's never forgotten that.
My expectation is like it always is. Start off in practice, put the work in practice every day, and I expect us to do some big things this year because we got a lot of tough guys, a lot of smart players that play together. There you go, Sam. The young guys got a lot of people that can ask questions, from me to DK to Dennis. So it's great, man. It's great just to have those guys around. And even me, having them young guys around, coming in with energy every day, bringing it every day. We got some great young guys and doing OTAs and mini camp. Them guys was out there pushing it, having fun. So we got the youth and we got a mixture of it all. And I feel like that's going to be great for our defense because it's going to be able to get out there. The young guys know what they got to do, and we're going to be able to show them and lead them. Be myself like I've been being, and coming to work every day, lead by example, be hyped like I always am. I'm always hype out there. I'm always bringing the energy, and I know guys, man, we got a lot of great leaders on this team, and I know guys going to be able to listen and feed off of me and feed off my leadership and energy, and I'm going to bring it every day.
Yeah, let's go.
What the heck is wrong with you?
So Bean is a little over 1 year old. He's a mini Bernedoodle. He's my best friend, he knows it, and he's the star of the show, and he's not afraid of showing it to people.
Come on!
There he goes.
Say hi! Are you the star of the show?
We got beat right before last season, and I never even really kind of was like, you know, oh, I need to have a dog, anything like that. Dealing with an NFL schedule was like, oh, that's enough work, I can't. But my girlfriend, she's a huge dog person, so we got him, and he's the absolute love. I love him to death. She's kind of feels like a third wheel. We're just always hanging out. He's everything. So obviously, you know, my rookie year didn't go as I think anybody would have wanted to, dealing with the neck injury. And it kind of stunk because I felt like I had a little bit of momentum coming from camp in the first couple of games, starting to figure it out. And then COVID hits, you know, right when you're kind of bouncing back. So my second year was, again, kind of a learning curve. I always say Markus is one of the people that kind of saved my career, because this was my second year. He got traded, and I just got put on IR for the second time in 2 years with, you know, an ankle injury, and, you know, you're kind of doubting yourself. And I hadn't had a breakout game yet. And every single day he would come up to me and, you know, just say you're the guy, you know, you're a beast, we love you, everything like that. And, you know, you're not seeing it in yourself, but, you know, hearing it from somebody, especially someone who's accomplished what he has. And, you know, I really think, you know, my career took off, you know, when he came here.
A lot of guys have ups and downs in their career. It's going to be injuries, it's going to be sad times, and my job is to make sure I'm there for them. And when I was a young player and I had those type of problems, I had guys like Frosty Rucker, Calais Campbell, Chandler Jones that was there for me. So it's always good to pay it back, and that's all I was doing. But at the same time, like I said, I love Zach, man, and he got a real bright future. Go get it there.
I know.
Zach is a guy that has a high football IQ. He wants to be the best, and he's a constant worker. You know, and for Zach to have Jay in the room every day, you know, to pull him along, it's awesome.
My first 2 years, it was kind of, you know, the D-line that started the year was just not the D-line that ended the year, with all the injuries and business of football. But when he came in, you know, he really kind of sat down myself, Rashard, Lecky, and Mike, and we kind of realized, you know, we were kind of the core group of it. He's been around so long, he's seen what success is, and he's just really been kind of that glue guy.
I've seen a lot in 12 years. I've seen a lot. I've been through a lot personally. I've done things right, I've done things wrong, and you learn from that experience. And I think if you can pass that experience on to somebody else so that they don't have to spend the same amount of time learning those lessons, you can speed up their process and their ascent to where they want to go. It's also one of the quickest ways to bond with somebody, is when you're trying to help them accomplish their goals. I feel like you're automatically going to be closer.
2nd down and 15 on the 43 of the Bears. Back to throw Dalton. It's a screen, and it's picked off. Allen on the far side's got it at the 30, at the 20, at the 15, and tackled by Dalton at the 11-yard line. He picks off.
It was just a really cool moment, you know, kind of, obviously you wish he was out there, but to have that moment with a guy that you've, you know, kind of grown up looking up to was really special. And to see, you know, him celebrating your success as much as he celebrates his own, I mean, proves A, what type of guy he is, but B, you know, the type of group that we have where, you know, everybody just wants pure team success.
Maybe we get his ass back. Get tackled by a quarterback. Oh, tackled by a quarterback.
Yeah, it's a blast. I mean, I wish I would have been out there right next to him running into the end zone, but I got as close as I could. I think I was on the field actually running with him to the end zone, but I mean, that's what it's about. At the end of the day, I think the further into your career you go, the more you realize how it's the relationships and it's the people that are special.
We're good, boys. We're good. Play for pride. Play for yourselves. Play for your family. Play for us.
It's been 4 years now. People come and go, and you're one of the guys now, so you kind of have to step up and just be a consistent voice and player on the field, playing at a high level. And luckily, you know, you got guys like JJ who've done it for multiple years and are kind of teaching us those habits and how to do it.
Overset. What am I doing?
Taking one step.
Boom. Inside. Where do I have to get in a hurry?
Vertical.
Vertical. Lean forward. Lean forward. There you go. Finish it now. Let's go. Finish it.
That D-line group in particular, those guys are workers. We have great leaders on defense, and, you know, for our young guys to watch those guys work every day, it's a really good thing. They're rookies one time, you know, and what you show them as rookies is so important moving forward. With Myjai and Cam, I mean, those guys were purposely drafted, right? Myjai is a long guy with great edge speed, with a great get off, and he's more of an edge rusher, outside backer who can drop into space and play coverage. Cam is a guy who can play outside backer, but can also slide inside on sub downs. Using those guys the right way is going to be key, but both of those guys will help us this year.
I first met Myjai at the Combine. And then, when I got drafted, and I was really pumped up. I knew that we were really going to come in here and just kind of be that new legacy.
Our relationship grown a lot, because at first when we first got here, we talked to each other, but it really wasn't like that. But now we can express what each other feels, and the work we put in together, it make it easier.
Just the little things, at practice. If I see something that I think Myjai could do better, and vice versa. If he sees something that I think he thinks I could do better, I'm just just doing the little things to help each other out, just to be great.
For me, it's building a relationship with those guys and making sure they understand, the aspect of how serious it is that we do. It's fun and we're playing a game, but we're here to win and it's a business now. I know I got a young guy who he wants to play and he wants this, but it pushes him to where it's like, oh, my vet, he really on his stuff too. So I think that balance is really good in a room.
DK, he helped us a lot with just knowing what we got to do and knowing what we do, try to make us a better football player. All the old heads inside of our room, they try to help us the best as they can.
So I like to model the game after a lot with J.J. Watt. Once he starts getting these tackles start sitting, he hits with the power, and now he's going to come with a big power hits him. And I actually learned that from him. I use it sometimes just here off his film.
It's very cool, to hear these kids come in and to hear the stories of them and the games that they watch, or they're asking about plays that they saw or this and that. And it's important for them just to be themselves, to learn as much as they can, to be a sponge, and to work as hard as they possibly can. Don't get lost in the lifestyle. Don't get lost in all the glitz and the glamour. Just remember that it's work. Don't let draft day be your highlight of your NFL career.
I just come in here every day, try to give my best, try to get that 1% better every single day. And I want to do anything I can to provide for the team. Whether that's going to be on the field on the defense, or whether it's going to be special teams, or whatever it is, I'm just going to go out there and give 100%.
Like I said, we're going to try to make our own legacy, not try to fill a legacy.
Early on in my career, I took myself probably way too seriously, which I still have a lot of that in me. I'm not acting like I don't. But I think I have learned to also enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, enjoy your teammates and things like that. When it's time to work, it's time to work. I'm going to give everything I have on every play, on every drill, but I also know that in between drills, or when I'm hanging out on the side, or when it's a special teams period, newsflash, I'm not going to be running down on kickoffs, so I'm going to be over tossing balls with the quarterback, or I'm going to be hanging out with the boys, eating popsicles and telling stories. I think I've just learned that part of being a leader is just as important as leading by example during the drills.
We have great leaders on defense, and for our young guys to watch those guys work every day, it's a really good thing.
I mean, there's guys at every single level, and it's a blast to watch. For me, as a leader, you don't feel like it's all on you, because we've got guys all over the place who can do it. And when you have that, that's when you can have success.
You ready?
Of course.